Hi all my gorgeous friends and beautiful family out there. I've just rubbed myself with my beautiful ghee from the cow's milk, and I'd like to share with you today, so I'm all oily. It takes a while for it to suck in. So today I want to share with you the beautiful life wisdom of Ayurveda, which I've mentioned a few times and you probably maybe know very well, but I think it's worth talking a bit about because it's actually it has brought so much wisdom into this world that has benefited man for so many years. And the story goes that 3,000 years ago, some Indian sages, I think that's holy men. I don't know this in detail, but I just know the sort of bigger picture. There were 52 of these men, and they wanted to find out how could man live without illness. And so they went up into the Himalayas, and they sat down and meditated and went into deep contemplation, to listen for inner guidance about how man should live to live in harmony with himself and with the world and with God or the gods. And they came back after a certain amount of time, and with the Vedas, the Hindu Bible, I think it's called the Vedas. Anyway, they came back with a whole lot of wisdom about how human beings should be living on earth. And what they found out, of course, is because they were divinely guided, is that mankind is a part of the whole, that we are a natural being, and that we are spirit, and we are matter, and that we live connected with all of life. So we must treat ourselves this way. And they divided, or they learnt that there is there are 3 seasons of the year. I mean, it's a huge study if you want to really learn about Ayurveda. But they found out that there are 3 different human types, and they are connected to water and to earth and to fire. And these 3 different types of man, they actually tell us very much about how we should treat ourselves and how we actually, the making of who we are, the structure of our body and our mind. And I think it's a very beautiful way of viewing yourself and viewing life. And it has helped me a lot to understand which type I am. So in Ayurveda, it's one of the first things you have to find out is which type are you. And most people are mixtures of these different types, and they are called Vata is the air type. Sorry, did I get that right before? There's air, and there's water, and there's fire. No, sorry, wait a sec. Yeah. We'll go back. There is air, and there is fire, and there is earth. And I think water is connected to earth. So they don't mention water, a water type. So each person is a different type, and most people are a mixture of 2. But usually there is one that is the most dominant in the making of who you are. And when I got to understand Ayurveda, just sort of what I understand, the basics of it, it helped me very much to understand how I felt in my body, how often I feel like things that people I know around me don't feel like, and that you wonder, why is it like this? But then I realized, well, that's simply because that's the way I'm made. So it's very, very, it's a wonderful step to take, because you get to to accept yourself so much more and understand yourself so much more. So there are these different, 3 different types of human beings, and the air is called Vata, and the fire is called Pitta, and the earth is called Kapha. And the making, it's 3 different doshas they're called. And I've got this absolutely gorgeous book I'd like to show you. So I found out that I was a Vata Pitta type, so I am air and fire, but I'm mainly air. And so this is an absolutely gorgeous book called Simply Ayurveda by Bharti Vyas, and she is in London, has a beauty clinic, I think, but she works all based on the principles of Ayurveda. And this book is just so beautiful to look at. It's just healing to look into it. But so she shared. So I'll just show you the different types, and she just explains a little bit about the different types. So this is the air type, and the air type is often slim and fast moving, fast talking, and she gives some examples. And I'll get the next type. Here is the fire type, and the fire type is a little bit more, is not necessarily as slim, and is a fiery person, so has a lot of temperament, and you sort of sense the fire, and often they're red-haired with freckles, but not always. And then you have the Kapha, the earth type, which is often has a bigger body, and they're more heavy and more slow, and very nurturing, and very much the mother type. So each of these types need different types of food and different types of treatment. But as I said in one of the videos before, basically you have to do the same to each whoever you are, because you have to help your body listen very much to your inner self and be guided from within, and help your body live a simple and loving and healthy life. So they're just variations to what is good for each of these different types. And detoxification is a very big thing in Ayurveda, to help your body all your life, every morning and every day, and also during special times of the year, to help your body detoxify, because the only way to be well is to not be toxic. So that is also what is so fantastic about Ayurveda. You can't have beautiful skin unless you have a healthy colon and you have healthy lungs, and everything is affected by toxins in our bodies. So when we help our bodies detoxify, everything is healthier. And one of the great things in Ayurveda is the massage. And in old times they would use ghee, and ghee is according to Ayurveda actually a holy substance, and it is butter that has been simmering for about an hour, and so it's clarified butter. And I often use it on my skin, and in old times they use the ghee on the skin, and actually I've read that in India you could, on the streets there are actually people doing massages with ghee, so you could go and pay for a massage that you had done in the street. And ghee is a very, very healing substance, and the massage itself, you can use different oils, all according to your type. The air type ghee is very good for us because we need a lot of fat, but the other types, it's better to use other oils. But the whole thing of having oil on your body is very detoxifying, because the oils actually pull toxins out of our skin, which is called our extra lung. But also the movement of the massage in Ayurveda, which is very soft and goes from the top of the head and all the way down the body. I might show that one day, but you can look on the internet and see how you do what's called an abhyanga, a self-massage. Just softly touching your skin is very, very healing. And it's just quite unbelievable, but you don't really have to press. Just softly touching your skin and massaging your body all over has an immensely healing, deep healing effect on you. And in old times, originally you had the ghee all over your body, so every single body part was massaged. From the feet and to the top of the head, the sexual organs, everything was massaged with ghee. And I'd like to touch this subject, or sex, or a relationship to our sexuality, but also, the whole thing of having a body which farts and burps and all these things that we do. I think it's very beautiful in Ayurveda. You have a completely natural approach to all these things. There is no taboo. So you are a human being, and you have all these needs and desires and parts of your body, and everything is sacred. Everything about you is sacred. So their approach to all this is completely natural. And sexuality is also a part of healing and of the human being as it is. So nothing is sort of pushed aside in Ayurveda. You are who you are, and you are complete. Another thing that Ayurveda works with, if you go to an original therapist, as it should be, you're also talking about your mind and about your emotions. So the human being is a whole, like I believe, and every single aspect of your life is affecting your health. So how you think, how your family situation is, how you're approaching all these different challenges you're in, all affects your health. So when you want to heal the Ayurvedic way, you need to look at all of this. And many practitioners don't work like that today. I know that, because things change over 3,000 years, but I think that is really the original message. And of course Ayurveda is so much more than what I've been mentioning now, and there are all sorts of things that people eat and all sorts of things that are very strict in Ayurveda. And I actually believe that no matter what system you have, if it becomes too strict and too rigid, it actually loses its power. So I like using what you can use from this system and leaving the rest. So if I was to do a cleansing, a detoxification process, I wouldn't do what the Ayurvedic people do, which is eating a whole lot of rice and lentils. That would not be good for me. So anyway, it's not to say that all of Ayurveda is great, but just I wanted to just share this with you, because I think it's a wonderful tool to have to understand yourself and to approach your healing in a really, really holistic and natural way. So I hope you're all well, and this was the third little video on our natural healing series. So take care and see you soon.